first session starting is always the worst.
So true. We start our journey traveling the roads of Echo. A band of explorers and adventurers traveling with a merchant wagon saved just the day before from a bandit attack. A middle-aged man dressed in fine attire, wearing a hat slightly too big for his brow, covered in brightly colored hues, sits in the driver's seat, accompanied by a small brown rabbit nibbling at a head of lettuce on his lap. 3 horses, casually pulling the cargo, lead our group as they sit comfortably in the wagon. A mishmash of coupled together structures, jingling with goods of all kinds. Posh interior, a pleasant smell of wildflowers fills the interior from the wind wafting outside. And in the middle of the floor, surrounded on either side by our explorers, sits an elongated, fine wooden box with intricate dragonesque carvings covering its exterior. And our 3 adventurers sit inside. Akami, would you like to introduce yourself and your character?
Oh, okay. So, Vishara is a red-headed cleric, with... Boy, now that I'm trying to describe her, the words don't want to come to me.
I feel your pain!
With, like, pale yet tanned skin. It's sort of a... I'm not sure the word for that. It's not coming to me.
What word? What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Skin.
Complexion. Words for complexion.
Complexion. Fair. Soft. Smooth. This all sounds very sexual now that I'm saying them out loud.
Okay, that's all I knew. But she also has silver eyes. They kind of remind most people of like a mirror when they look into them. She's not the cutest. She's a little more on the handsome side than the beautiful tint, if you want to call it that. She wears priestly robes over top of some scale mail armor that she's wearing. And the robes themselves are red with a little pendant around her neck. And yes, she is in fact a cleric. Which I think I started with, but now I don't remember.
Yes, you started with a cleric, yeah.
Okay. Well, I think that pretty much describes what you see. At the moment, she's just staring at that weird box that is kind of in front of everyone.
And accompanied by you are 2 other individuals. Faye, would you like to introduce Sylvie?
Yeah. So, sitting opposite of our dear cleric friend is a very lithe Eladrin woman, and she has long blue hair that fades to this tealish green, wrapped and tied back behind her shoulders. She wears no armor. She wears layered long clothes of white and pinks and carries a small bag at her side. She carries no weapons. Her hands are calloused and rough. Her face has a small dusting of freckles, and her eyes are this deep blue-green, just like her hair. And she peers curiously at this box, tempted to take a peek.
All right, and Sunstone, if you would like to introduce yourself and Vestin.
Yes. Sitting next to Sylvie is another Eladrin with similarly colored blue hair, though nowhere near as long. He keeps it very short, kind of very cropped and almost shaven down to his head on the sides with that this military style haircut. Like it's long on the top, it kind of folds over. Something like that. He has these very light blue, almost into this gray irises, with has a very kind of sharp jawline. The people from his home called him very handsome. Very, very handsome. And that got him into a lot of trouble when he was younger, before setting off with his sister Sylvie. And he's sitting there with a rapier kind of not stuck into the floor, but laying next to him, and wearing kind of like a fine leather set, like a finer leather set of clothes, better than traveler's gear, but like it's not super expensive. And he's sitting there, he's kind of leaned over, running his hands over the carved images of the box and like examining the lock and the wood and just a little bit examining everything, looking over out the front, making sure the driver Hubert isn't kind of looking in, wondering what they're doing.
Okay, make a perception check to see if you can notice if Hubert is paying any attention to you. First roll of the campaign. Not really, because we had a session 0, but first roll of the campaign. Woo! Okay, 12. Yeah, so you're looking around. The interior is like pretty posh looking for a merchant's. Forgetting the word. Not caravan.
Caravan.
Single thing. Wagon. That's what we go. For a merchant's wagon. They're all like little knickknacks like hanging up on, above you and around you. But the interior is a nice like fabric, like a pinkish purplish hue, and there's a seat in front of you. A seat in the back where you two are, and in front of you is Vishara, with her back to like the wall, and there's like this little slit where this little door is, and it's currently closed, so you don't see Hugo and he can't see you, but you can hear him like outside of the window, kind of occasionally softly talking to his rabbit.
Well, I think I'm gonna just take a little look-see here.
Also, Sunstone, thank you for the follow.
And Sylvie's gonna reach over to the box to kind of pull it open.
Okay, you reach down, you pick up the box. It is a fairly large box. The last time you saw it was in the hands of an ogre, a half ogre, and it looked very tiny in his giant hands. Now that it's in front of you and it's in your hands, it's very big. It looks about 5 feet long, and it's about maybe a foot wide. It has this intricate like carvings that kind of like poke out of the wood itself. It look like almost dragon-esque, but doesn't look like any dragon you've ever seen before. Try to open it. The box is currently locked. It has an internal lock mechanism. It's just looks pretty simple, but it does require a key unless one of you knows how to open it or pry it open. Could be pried open if you wanted to, but it is now locked. You could.
Preston looks over at Sylvie and says, "Do not break it, sister."
It's almost like
Yes.
you knew what I was going to say.
I'm sure he wouldn't notice. We'll just blame.
pretty
We could
sure-
blame it. We could blame it on the ogre. It was broken before. We can gaslight this man.
I'm pretty sure we can't fix it, though, if you break it too much.
Hmm. Can I shake the box?
Yeah, you can shake it.
I was gonna
We'll
ask
shake
if
the
you
box.
want
Shake,
to.
shake, 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 shake.
What's in the box? I'm gonna see.
What's in the box? Yeah, so yeah, you can shake it. You shake it a little bit. You hear like a little. Dum, 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 dum. So there is something loose in it. Maybe two things. You're not too sure. Make another perception check to see if you can like figure out what's in it just by shaking it.
15.
15. Okay, you put your ear up to it. You shake it. You do hear some movement. And you kind of like go along the length of the box, shaking it a little bit more, trying to determine what's inside. It's a soft thudding, but you can figure out that it sounds like there's two objects inside. One sounds like a pretty large object, and the other one sounds like a smaller object. You can't really figure out the material because it is a soft thumping. It kind of sounds like muffled a little bit, like the inside is a soft
Padded?
material. Yeah, padded material or something inside.
Hmm. And who was he delivering it again? I know he told us.
A Duke R.L. Russ is what he said.
Did we know anything about this duke?
I believe all of you made history checks, and Sylvie and Veston didn't really know much, but Vishara knew that, didn't know who the Duke was, but knew that Espra, which is the land, not Espra, Echo, which is the country you're currently in, is ruled by several dukes, many dukes actually. And that, not knowing this one, he could potentially be one of the higher up dukes that rule the country as a whole.
Okay. I will not break the box open. I'll just put it back down.
That feeling when you don't have a rogue.
Don't need a rogue, I just need a lockpicking kit, which I don't.
You could look around for one. You are in a merchant's caravan.
Yeah, why don't you do that, Sylvie? Start
Making
rustling
me
through this
out.
poor merchant's stuff.
Making me out to be the bad guy, okay? I see. I will gladly take this honor and look around.
I would gladly
mean-
take the bait and do this thing that the DM said.
I mean,
Yep.
you were the wild child.
Yeah,
It's not my fault you were too much of a coward.
I'm not a coward. I just have honor.
Oh!
She
Somewhere in
just
the
rolls her
background,
eyes.
there's like an audience. Just you just the wagon passes by an audience not even related to this conversation. That just happens to be an oh.
Alright, I'm looking around. Do you want me to roll perception?
Yeah,
or...
go ahead and roll another perception check, and if anyone else is looking around, you can as well.
17.
While she's looking around, can I examine the box a little further and maybe determine, like, its origin? Like, the origin of the wood? and things like that?
Yeah, you can either... Yeah, so if you're looking for that, you can either give me an investigation check or a history check.
I will go history. These are both intelligence, which I'm bad at.
No, you're average. I don't know if that makes it any better that I tell you your average intelligence. You're not bad, you're just average. But with a 7, yeah, so you look at the wood. It is a fine wood. It's worked well, it's fine craftsmanship. There's no splinters, there's no cracks. Well, there is one little crack. It's probably was made by the Earl when he was manhandling it. But other than that, it's pristine. The dragon itself is, again, unlike any dragon you've ever seen. It's almost plump and fat and has like a buck teeth, which you've never seen any kind of dragon to have. But it does look like a dragon. You know, it has like the big webbed wings. It has a long scaly tail, all that good stuff. But you're looking at it, and it doesn't strike you as anything historically as anything you're fully aware of. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, that was just added for no reason. And with a 17, as you're looking around the wagon, I keep wanting to call her Kevin. It's not. It's one. As you're looking around the wagon, you see in the little seating area that you're currently in, there's a few little objects. But you look around, you see like different like spoons, pots, pans, different objects that he probably sells from time to time, or just uses on a daily venture. You turn around, you look in the back, you see just a plethora of different objects. You see things ranging from various weapons to everyday novelties. You see containers that have food in them. You see just a whole plethora of different things, and then you have an idea to like. He had to leave space somewhere for you to sit. How did he do that? So you stand up, you look under the cushion, and inside the cushion you see more things, like just boxes upon boxes of like stuff that he put inside of the seat, because the cushion's lift up and he's using it as storage so you could sit. And you see one that's labeled that's labeled small tools.
I was about to say, does this man have like a bunch of portable holes around? God.
Who knows?
Oh, whoop! I forgot I muted myself. I'm gonna pop that open.
All right. Yeah, it's easily openable. You open it up. You look inside and you see various different little tools, like little different wrenches, hammers, little screwdrivers, and they're all like various sizes. None of them are very big, but they're all like tiny and like small. So like you see all these like various little tools inside.
Do I see lockpicking tools?
You don't see anything that looks exactly like a lockpicking tool, but you do see a lot of tools that could probably be used to replace those utensils.
Oh boy.
Alright, I'll take some, close it up, look over at the other two. Anybody wanna make sure our little driving friend here stays distracted for a moment?
Sure. Vestin gets up and kind of saunters over to the curtain, you said, right? And
yeah, so there's like a little wooden door that like slides open. It's very tall. It's tall. It's very small. It's maybe like half of, maybe like just a couple inches on like either side.
Well, yeah, because it's like this is meant for a gnome, so I'm assuming I'm all crouched down in here.
Oh no, well,
the wagon
you fit comfortably in. It's more like just a little door that you open up to like talk through or like look to make sure everyone's okay, and then you close it again. It's not something that you fit through.
Oh, okay. It's like one of the little like spy windows. Okay.
Yeah, like a little spy window that you like open them. Is like, are you everyone good? Cool, close, done.
Yeah.
Oh, ask him how long before our next stop.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just
Vestin,
keep them chatting, I guess.
Yeah. Vestin will open it and he'll start at. So, where are we going again, Hubert? And how long's this journey until you get there? And just like random, meaningless conversation. And maybe try and like who's the if he knows more about the Duke that he's delivering this thing to, and this, that, and the other.
I like to imagine that you actually just physically say, just random nonsensical stuff that you want to talk about. So you open up the little window. I should have just named it a window instead of a door, but you open up the little door. You kind of poke your head out, and you see Hubert sitting, kind of above you. Like the door is up under him, so you kind of look up, and he's like above you. You see his feet, and you hear like the munching of the rabbit, who I named. I instantly forgot the name of, so it's just going to be a little rabbit for now. You hear it like munching on some lettuce, and Hubert kind of bends down, looks between his legs, and you just see like this gnome face in front of you. The hat kind of squishes up against the flooring. Oh, hello. Well, let's see. It'll take us maybe a week or so to make it to the Duke. Our next stop will be in Rockresta. It's a little town along the way. We can stop there, pick up some provisions, maybe sell some of my stock. Maybe get a nice bed or two for me and my rabbit. I can also get you some beds too, I suppose. I really didn't think this through when I took on 3 mercenaries.
Well, a bed would be nice, but I'm sure we can manage on our own, finding a bed for ourselves. Or we can stay here in your lovely wagon and, make sure everything is well protected.
Oh, well, that would be fantastic, but I could not possibly just leave you in the wagon. It would be too cold outside for 3 adventurers.
Oh, it's fine. And he, like, with a flick of his wrist, casts, like, prestidigitation, and, a little flame pops up out of his hand. I stay plenty warm.
Oh, joyous! Oh, that would be fantastic. You could have, like, a little camp out. Maybe put up the cushions, make a little pillow fort. Oh, that'd be fantastic. Well, I may actually just have to join you on that venture. But, the Duke. Yes, the Duke. I don't really know that much about him myself. I was hired to simply take this box to the Duke. From what I hear, he's very rich, pays well, the job that is, and that, well, he's not really... From what I hear, he's a bit of a scoundrel. Don't tell anyone I said that. But he's also very polite. It's just a strange combination.
Yeah, Vestin kind of like purses his lips. A polite scoundrel, you say? Hmm?
Oh, yes, indeed. He kind of covers the rabbit's ears. Don't say that too loudly, though. There's always people listening.
Yes, shh.
So as this conversation is going on, Sylvie, you're currently doing what?
Picking that lock.
All right, give me a sleight of hand check. Actually, first question, are you proficient in thieves' tools or sleight of hand?
I don't think I'm not proficient in sleight of hand, but I don't think I never actually chose tools on my background. So, it would feel weird if I was suddenly like, yes. So let's just go with no.
I don't know. You are a bit of a sneaky sneak, so you might. what I've
It's
seen,
possible,
from
but
what
I
I've
would
seen-
feel weird to suddenly say it now because I just realized that's the one thing I never did on my character sheet.
Yes, but the first thing you did in character was to look for thieves' tools to try and open a box.
Yep.
So if you want,
Okay.
proceed.
Okay. I don't have tools on my sheet though.
But
There
you
you go.
just found some tools.
Well, yeah, but I don't have tools on my sheet to like click.
Yeah,
for
roll
the
sleight
whatever.
of hand, and we'll just add your proficiency bonus.
Okay. Okay.
That's what I was asking if you had proficiency in sleight of hand. You sure you don't have proficiency in sleight of hand? Oh, you just have a high dex, is what it is.
Yeah.
And your
So with
proficiency
proficiency,
bonus
that'd
is
be
18, because 2?
yeah. Yeah.
Alright, so with an 18, what kind of tools do you think you would have picked out of that box? So, because it was like a plethora of different tools.
Well, let's see. I would probably pick out
This is why I challenge Faye's knowledge of tools.
oh god, what I don't know the names of tools. Like I know like the shape.
Describe the shape. Maybe I'll know, which is unlikely, but maybe.
So she'd look for like one that's like really long and thin that kind of has like a little bit of like a hook at the end. If she could find something like that, and another long thin instrument.
Like a chisel.
Yeah, kind of, but like just like a tiny hook or something.
Like
So
a
she can, like,
screwdriver.
So she can
and
like reach into something, reach in.
I feel like there's actually a tool that looks kind of like that. That isn't like a thieves' tools or anything, like a lock pit. I feel like there's actually a tool that looks like that, but I do not fucking know the name of it.
I'm
yeah,
there
pretty
is.
sure there is. I don't know the name of it because I don't work with tools.
Get in the
But that's
comments!
what you'd be going for.
Tell us what it is in the comments. People who work at hardware stores. Alright, so yeah, so you picked out these two little tools. You begin picking the lock. Vishal, what are you doing while Sylvia's trying to pick this lock with these hardware tools, and Veston is distracting, having good conversation with
That's a good question. She's not really good at talking to people. And, well, yeah. I mean, she's slightly dexterous, but I don't know if that will help any here.
Oh, also,
so-
just to like kind of maybe add to this, because we never really talked about it, I don't require you to like be proficient in a skill to help somebody. Anyone can help anybody do anything. So if that influences any decisions now or in the future.
Yeah. I'm just thinking, I mean, she is maybe, possibly, well, I don't know. She could go over there and maybe give her suggestions. If that works. I don't know what that would even possibly be, but she could try. You never know.
Helping is helping, even if it's done badly. I'm sure that's a saying somewhere.
She go, maybe if you twist it that way. Just a little bit.
Alright, so if you want, you can go ahead and roll again. If you don't... Who knows? Maybe you'll get above an 18. Who knows?
Maybe. No. No, I did not.
You had a really good chance to get above 18, actually, but no. Yeah, so you begin, picking the lock. You're putting in these two, like, wheeled screwdriver tools that you found. You can, like, feel the lock mechanism. It's not a very intricate lock by any means. You can kind of tell that it's average. It's good, but it's not amazing. And Michelle, tries to help you out where she can because she sees that you're doing this, and you like kind of get it in there, and your hand kind of gets stuck, like the mechanism gets a little jammed. Rashad tells you to turn it the way you do, and that one little motion kind of clicks as you finally click the last little locking mechanism inside, and the keyhole is now able to be turned and opened.
All right, I open her up.
Everything explodes. No. End of campaign. Everybody dies. Good job, everybody.
Damn.
I win. Yeah, so you open it up, and inside is this. Pretty much confirms your suspicions. It was a nice padded interior, and you see this long, like maybe 4 foot long, beautiful sword. It looks like it just gleams in the sunlight, like it's almost like silver as it's just shining. And you see like the hilt or the handle. I don't know fucking words. Is like has this beautiful, like intricately wooden, like dragon on it that the mouth kind of goes up into the blade. Well, the mouth opens up and the blade comes out to like this beautiful, like sharpened, gleaming tip. You notice there's like a little notch in on the dragon. Well, not on the dragon, but like the dragon has like its claws wrapped around like a little notch inside that kind of looks depressed and doesn't really have any purpose to it. You also see like just beside the sword in another like little molded out area in this padding is a small like purplish gem that when the sun hits it kind of gleams like rainbows, and it's just a little rounded like gemstone.
Is this magical?
Don't know. You have to check magic. You could also make an arcana check, perhaps.
I will try an arcana check because I don't want to touch anything and risk. Let's see. A 12?
With a -1. Beautiful.
So I do have detect magic.
Okay.
Huh?
Yeah, you can cast that. With a 12, you look at it. You're not really sure if it's magical. It is beautiful, but it doesn't have any like carvings or etches or like runic drawings for the blade anyway that would denote any magical effect. And as you're looking at it, it just kind of looks like a beautiful sword that's like gleams in the sunlight, but it does look like it's like silvered almost, or like some sort of like really precious metal. And the handle is like a nice wooden like wood. And the gemstone looks like a very beautiful gemstone. It's like purple until the sun hits it and then like sheds off like rainbow light. And yeah, if you want to cast detect magic, you absolutely can.
I will.
Alright. You cast detect magic. Yeah, so your magic goes off. Oh, your detect magic goes off. And what does it look like when you cast detect magic?
Well, she would make it a little prayer to her goddess. Probably something like, "Oh, great goddess, please grant me the sight to see magic items."
Amazing.
And hopefully, then they would glow.
Alright. You close your eyes and you say this prayer, and as you open your eyes slowly again, trying to like sense any magical properties around you, you do get like a faint, the faintest magical presence on the blade and the gemstone. It's very faint, almost as if something is like locking it away from being fully available to the two items. They're like just barely glowing to your vision.
She's gonna say, well, there's something there, but it feels distant.
Distant?
Yes. Kind of like the enchantment is like far off, even though it's on the objects. Or like behind a door.
That makes no sense to me.
It doesn't really to me either. I've never seen something like that. Well, except in this weird temple once, but that's a whole thing.
There was this one time in band camp.
No, it's
Can
a
you-
church camp.
Oh yeah.
Can you
church
tell the kind of magic that is on it?
Well, theoretically,
what it might
I
do?
should know.
Excellent question, and this is one of the reasons why I hate to take magic. Because I never remember what fucking schools of magic are. God damn it, this is why we have this open.
Would you know what it does? Would you?
Enchantment, transmutation, illusion,
Evocation, conjuration,
location, conjuration,
divination.
You get...
necromancy.
Actually, I could actually Google this one. There we are. I completely forgot that I could just look this. Wait a minute. I clicked it and it didn't pop up. There we go. 1 second. The DM is loading. Motherfucker, you're not loading. Damn you, internet! Damn you! There we go.
You know what we need? We need that that video about wizards by the one dude who does the schools of magic in a song. We need that right now.
Oh god, I feel like I know who you're talking about. I don't think I've seen the video, but I feel like I know who you're talking about. I can't think of his name. So bad with names. Okay, it doesn't tell me. Cool, that's awesome. Thank you. Great, beautiful. Oh, I didn't know you could do that. Okay. I'm gonna say that the small gem has. Can you rattle those off again for me?
You have abjuration, conjuration, divination, enchantment, evocation, illusion, necromancy, transmutation. Those are the schools of magic.
Okay, I'm gonna say the stone. You get like a faint sense of evocation, and the blade you get a faint sense of transmutation.
So she's gonna say, the one, some sort of evocation, the other, transmutation?
Would it be dangerous to touch?
Bashar thinks about it, and then says, well, theoretically, evocation could be a trap, but I don't know. It doesn't feel like it should be, so probably okay to touch.
I like probably has odds. Let's. Oh man. the pain of do I touch this and risk everything or not?
Do I risk everything in the first session?
You put like the biggest like flashing sign in front of
Totally
box.
intended.
the locked box with a magical item inside. Is it dangerous?
Actually, you know
Who
what? I'm
knows?
gonna tell you that. I'm gonna say this: from the gym, you get a faint sense of all of the schools of magic.
Okay, that's even weirder.
Yeah, that's.
Okay, so
And they kind of come and go out of existence as you look at it.
the gem has all the schools of magic, and the other one just has the
Transmutation.
transmutation. Okay. You know,
I had to do some research, and I was like, you know what?
I'm gonna look at both of them, and I'm gonna be like, did we pick it up?
Veston's got his head out a window right now talking with the guy, so
Well,
if you need
So
it.
anyway, when I was a young gnome, I met a woman named Juriel.
Oh yeah? Yeah? Was she special to you in any kind of way?
Oh, she made the best pancakes.
Oh, pancakes? Are you a big fan of pancakes? What's your
I
favorite flavor of
love
pancakes?
blueberry. That's a lie. I actually love chocolate.
Chocolate? I'm an elderberry fan myself.
Oh, elderberries. Very nice texture. Don't really want to eat them, though. You can use them as mosquito repellent, which is quite fantastic when you go to swampy areas.
Yes, I'm aware of that as well.
I feel like that's a lie.
Back
I feel
where
like
we're
I'm talking about beauty berries now. I need to Google. I feel like I'm misleading people now. Hold on. I need to do this for my sake. Y'all continue.
hmm.
No, I think I'm right.
Well, Vishal, do we look into this more? I don't know much about magic, but you saying that there's a bit of everything on this. Now I want to mess with it.
I mean, it's very weird, though.
I'm gonna reach forward and I'm gonna just poke the gem.
Give me a dexterity. No. You poke the gem, nothing happens. As you poke it, it kind of moves and the lightning shines a little bit more rainbow.
I'll poke the other thing too, just real quick. Just
You poke it. As you poke the blade, you do notice, like, where you touch it, there is like a slight, almost as if. Actually, make a perception check. Make a perception check. Let's see if you notice. Don't look at your passive. You don't have your passive. How dare you? No, you
I'm
don't.
sorry.
Your 7? Your passive
kinda-
is a 7? That doesn't look right.
That shouldn't be right.
Your wisdom isn't a -3, is it?
No,
because you have
my
a
only-
+4 in perception. What? That's not right.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll perception. I'm changing this.
16.
16. Okay, as you touch it, you notice like a small, like ripple in the blade where you touch it, but then it kind of stops and goes back to being a blade, almost as if nothing happened.
Wait. So it just like ripples along the blade, or
No,
like the image
just
of the
in that
blade
little
ripples?
space, just where you touch it, just that one little space where you touch it, kind of ripples a little bit, almost as if it turned into water, but then it stops. It goes back to normal. It happened for like in a split second.
You ever see anything like that?
I don't really see no passive stuff.
You should see mine.
No, I mean in the sheet when I open it up. Well, carry on.
So, should I roll to see this too, or?
Yeah, because you're also.
I mean,
looking
I
at this.
pointed
Go
out
ahead
to
and
her.
roll. Well, it happened for like a split second, so in the time that you like wouldn't mention it, it would be gone. So yeah, you go ahead and make a perception check too to see.
I could do it again.
If you saw
Just
it. Well, that's true. You could also do it again. 21.
yeah.
I didn't think about the fact that you could in fact do it multiple times. You are
Yeah.
correct. You could.
Be like, look at this. Boop, boop.
Boop, 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 boop. Yeah. So
I think I got a good look.
yeah, you also saw this as well.
That is very unusual.
So what would a duke want with a Ripley sword and a gem that has all bits of magic on it? Dukes normally take magic items, but they won't.
I mean, he
Well, I
might
don't
be a collector.
True. I never see the I guess I do collect the odd thing now and then. Everyone's gotta have a hobby.
Oh, that's why.
Rashara is gonna say, you know what? That effect. Maybe it's not made out of, like, normal metal. Maybe it's something else.
I'm not gonna lift the sword, but I'm gonna put my hand around the handle of the sword.
Okay. Yeah. So you grab the handle. Nothing happens.
Nothing happens? No
Nothing
ripples,
happens.
nothing?
No, not along the handle. No. Oh, it's okay. So I figured out what's wrong. They changed how this works. At the very bottom is your passives, and it's made to be 5 plus your bonuses instead of 10. And I changed it, and it went back to
Weird.
5. So I don't know why that is. So yeah, basically I can't use your passive on your sheet anymore. So I just gotta ask you. Okay. Good to know.
Okay.
Very weird.
Alright. If nothing happens, I'm gonna let go of the sword for now, and I'm gonna pick up the gem in my hand. Did anything happen?
Okay, you pick up the gem. Nothing happens.
Yeah. Nope. Nope.
Just a beautiful gem.
At this time, Veston's coming back and he's like, I'm gonna make some tea for everybody. I'll put yours in my tankard so that way you can't spill it, Hubert.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. I love some tea. Oh, no need to use the tankard. Here. And he takes, like, you see him, like, lift up, and you hear some, like, clinking. Here you go. Use my teacup. It's wonderful for this.
Is it like a nice teacup or
It's
something?
a beautiful teacup. It's just like a nice porcelain. It has, like, little rabbits on the side that are, like, bouncing around the cup itself.
You really do like your rabbits, do you?
I do. They're such wonderful creatures.
Aye. Okay, I'll be back in a minute. And he pulls his head in and closes the window and turns around holding the teacup. He sees the box open. Well?
We have a pretty gem that has traces of all schools of magic. And we have a Ripley sword when you touch the blade part, not the handle. You know anything about this, brother?
I might. Veston's gonna go up and set the teacup down. Someone start making some tea really fast. Well,
Is there even a place to make tea in this cabin while we're moving?
In the wagon, no. There's just the seats, and he doesn't know how you're going to do it. You just accepted the fact that you're going to do it.
just get me some water. I'll boil it.
You have water. Though.
Do I look like I can conjure water.
As you were looking,
Fire.
you did see like containers of water, so there is water.
Oh, okay. I will get some water and put it in a pot, and then I'll be like, I have your water.
Okay, can I prestidigitation on it to heat it up while, and then I go to looking at the sword. Is it like a long sword, or is it a rapier? What is it?
It is like a short sword, I would say. It's like a 4 foot long, because the box is 5. It's a 4 foot long sword. That is like thick, so it's not a rapier, so it is like a short sword. Despite my hatred of that word, because I can't say it.
Okay. Can I make a Arcana check on it, or to try and determine some stuff, or?
Oh yeah. What would you? I kind of zoned out while y'all were talking. Sorry, I was still looking at your stat stuff. What would you like to figure out about it? To learn about it?
Anything?
Anything. Okay, so you could like.
I'm gonna pick up the sword Veston's gonna pick up the sword while he's examining, and all that.
Okay. So you pick up the sword. So you can make a history check to try and like figure out like maybe like how it was made, or like where it came from. The kind of like the forging or smithing used to make it, and like try to figure out some stuff that way. You could like make an Arcana check, try and figure out more about what kind of magic it is, because now you do know it is magic. You could make like a investigation or perception check to like try and figure out how maybe it's used, if it's like decorative or if it's actually functional or something like that.
I maybe want to start with the Arcana check.
Okay.
Oh my god.
You sure this thing's magic? I don't know if it's magic. This is just like a regular ass sword to me. I don't know.
Yeah, he like looks at him like, I don't know.
So, Vishara is totally not trained in Arcana, but do you
I would
think
say
she could do a once over?
You could, and I would say you would also have advantage because you do have your detect magic up.
Ooh, okay.
Try again.
I think I got a little higher.
Just
a little.
Just a little bit higher than a 4, with a 17, Faye, what did you get when you did Arcana? It wasn't very high either, was it? No, you got a 12.
It was a 12.
Okay, so this is the highest so far. Alright, so yeah, so as you're looking at it, you have your detect magic up. You get the faint little transmutation effect. As you're trying to like decipher what it could be, you put together the little ripple you saw. Something about it interacts with maybe touch, like something about someone touching the blade, the blade interacts with it that way, or maybe something about the blade itself is what transmutes, that it changes somehow. Something about the blade is what holds this enchantment, and something about it changes. You're not too sure what exactly is, what the cause and effect is, like what triggers the changes, what exactly the changes are. Because so far the only thing you've seen happen is that when Sylvie touched it, the metal almost turned to like a liquid and like shifted with the touch. But it's very faint and very small.
So Bashar says, I get the sense that the gem is supposed to do something to the sword. I couldn't tell you what, but that's the impression I get.
Is there a place to put the gem in the sword?
Yeah, Yeah, you've already done a perception check on the sword, right? I believe so. As you look at the sword, you do notice that like little divot that the dragon's claws are like grasping onto, where there's nothing in it. Does have a resemblance to the shape of the gem. Vestin, did you pick up the gem or just the sword? Just a blade?
Just the sword because Sylvie had the blade or had the gem.
Okay.
Well, I mean, if she points it out, he's gonna like offer up a hand.
Yeah, I'll give it to him.
Okay. Make a
That feels like such a bad idea.
Make a perception check.
Who? Me or her?
Whoever's looking at the gem.
Well, I guess I'm looking at it now.
I mean, I'm watching, so.
Damn! All right,
What do I see with my elf eyes?
What do my elven eyes see? As you pass over the gem, Festin, you notice the gem is almost like sparkling as you touch it. And Sylvie, you notice that as Vestin takes the gem, that just kind of shiny purple hue that it had almost shifts. And as you look into the gem, you almost see like a small black storm inside that kind of shifts and changes. Like a black cloud inside. As Vestin takes it.
Wait. Was the black cloud there when I had it, or
Not that you could tell. Not that you can tell. And as Vestin does it, you see it, and then it kind of just shifts and goes away. Returns back to a normal gem.
Maybe. Wait. Don't put that in yet. I saw like a flicker of kind of like a dark cloud when you touched it. Only for a moment. That might not be good.
Vestin takes a closer look at the gem.
Go ahead and roll perception again. I'll say you have advantage because Sylvie's like pointing it out to you.
Why am I so bad?
You're not bad, you're just rolling bad.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, you look back at the gem and
You need glasses. Sorry.
yeah, you do. The cloud is not there. It just looks like a regular gem. And Sylvia, as you look back at it too, yeah, the cloud is gone. There was no cloud.
I don't know if they should be together. I mean, if it went together, why would it be separated? Now, in the box.
Vestin, how do you feel in this moment?
He feels very curious and intrigued. Like thinking on what Sylvia is asking, like why are they separated? It's like they're supposed to go together, so obviously this is a pair of magic items, like they're meant to be together.
Delicious.
And he's wondering what they all do and everything.
Okay. Still looking at the gem?
Yeah, he's kind of flicking his eyes back, like he's got, the sword in his left hand and the gem in his right hand. He's just kind of like flicking back and forth.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, they are a pair, but wouldn't it make more sense for transporting if they went together to have them together than separate?
Sylvie, as you're like talking to Vestin about this, let's see. Vishal, I'm gonna say you notice this too because you also have a pretty high perception, for all things considered. You both notice that the gem, as you're like talking to Vestin about this and like trying to figure out what this thing is, what the connection is, what they're doing, what is this? You notice that the gem kind of goes into like this, like deep inside the center of the gem. You notice like almost like a swirling vortex of like purple hues and like yellows that kind of like pulls to one side of the gem and then over to the next and doesn't really seem to like know where to go. And then it stops, kind of dissipates. Like almost like oil. If you like put oil and water in the same container and like shook it around a bunch, it's like trying to like go to one side or the other but doesn't quite know where to go.
Maybe
And-
you're supposed to direct it somehow.
Maybe you direct it by putting the gem in the blade, and it harnesses. I mean, the magical power. I don't know. I was born with. I don't study magic. I was born with these, with my.
I mean, I leave that to my goddess. But
Look at these privileged, you know?
Maybe it's Maybelline. Maybe he's a sorcerer. Oh, some shit.
Given magic by goddess, born with magic.
Where's
So
my
be over
magic?
here like,
Damn it!
She has her own magic. She turns into a wild beast. There you go.
That's not magic, that's just unbridled rage and excitement.
That's just joy
Yes.
to deliver the killing blow.
Yes, that's what we'll call that. Veston says, as he's just like, well, I don't think anything bad can happen, and he starts to slot the gem into the sword.
Okay. You put
Famous
the-
last words.
What could go wrong? You put the gem in the sword and it fits perfectly. It's like it was meant to be there. And nothing happens.
maybe we need to channel some energy into it.
As you say that, the slot opens up again, and you hear Hubert say,
I jump in front. I jump in front. I'm just like, hey,
"Hey! Oh, hello!
jump scare.
Oh, my, oh, the gas bath. Oh, you spooked me. I didn't expect you to be there. Oh, just wanted you to know there is a fog coming up ahead. Shouldn't be any worries. The fog around these areas comes and goes, but there have been. I'm sure it's nothing. Don't worry about it. I just wanted you to be aware. Also, is the tea finished?
So
Just
Just a
about.
minute.
My brother was having a bit of trouble getting his magic to work, but it'll be right out. And do let us know if there's any trouble with the fog.
Oh, of course, I will do. And now that I think about it, how is he making coffee in a wagon? Interesting. Anyway, I don't question magic. It just happens. I just wanted you to know there was fog, so if you look outside and you can't see anything, that's why. Goodbye. And he
Alright.
closes the door again.
So Bashar looks for some, like, tea. You know, the actual, like, leaves and such.
Yeah, you look around and there was like just so much tea. Like there was like all different kinds of tea: black tea, green tea, herbal tea, just various kinds of tea. Some kind of teas you never even seen before. It's really weird. Has like lemons in it, and there's some tea that like has like little like grubs in it or something, which kind of grosses you out maybe a little bit.
Bashar looks around for a few odds and ends and combines some together, and then pops it in what should be hot water by this point.
Yeah. There's hot water. Don't worry.
It's bubbling, like the lid's going. It's spilling over onto the floor.
Hurry, get this man's tea.
There we go. She adds, I picked some nice looking flowers.
Trolls, you want
Perfect.
trolls? There you go.
And as soon as it's ready, do you hand it to me or do you want to deliver it to him?
I don't know who's actually holding it. Vishar didn't need to really, hold it to put the stuff in.
I think it was just there. I think.
You just
There
you
was
just
there was
set
a
the
mo-
bottom of the wagon on fire and the fire just going. Doing
I have
filling
no
up with
idea what-
smoke.
I don't know what magic he was using to heat the pot.
Just
Okay,
press,
I don't.
prestidigitation. You can warm or chill water.
Okay.
So it's
There's
sourceless.
no
We
actual
can just set
fire.
it
Oh,
on
it's
the ground.
sourceless. Okay, so it was just sitting there. Okay.
Now, though, it's more tea and less boiling water.
All right. Then we pour him his cup. Open up the window and be like, "Here's your tea."
Oh, thank you. And he takes it and he... delicious.
Enjoy. Goodbye. close the window.
While they're doing that, Vestin, I mean, he's just gonna take a swing at his hand with the sword, just like very light.
His hand. Oh no.
He's not like full on swinging it, but he's just gonna like.
But
You
it's
know,
a
like
magic.
a-
Okay, so you swing the sword, or, just like a little bit like a haha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Seeing what it does now.
Yeah,
Explosion.
you swing the sword, the whole room explodes. Yeah, you take some like little practice stabs in the wagon. It's a very good way. It's weighted very well. It feels good in your hand. It swings nicely. So it feels like it was made with high quality. Really well taken care of to put this all together. As you swing it, nothing really happens.
The blade doesn't do that like ripply thing if I like hit myself, if I like hit it against my hand or anything.
Yeah, you hit it with your hand, and it doesn't really seem to do that. Okay, so a little bit above the bold thing, because I'm just going to do this. Would you say you're taking the time to like try and attune yourself to this blade, to like learn how to use it and wield it?
Aha.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, fast forward 8 hours, because fuck attuning rules.
That's 8 hours? Wait, does it really take that long to attune? I thought it was
You
like
have
an
to do
hour.
it. I think it is an hour to like attune and unattune.
According
So it's a
to
short rest.
according to rules as written, it's a short rest time.
Oh, okay. Okay, I was about to say, I'm like, what?
I feel like it is 8 hours, because it's just an hour, 8 hours, it all feels the same to me at this point. Yeah, so you get familiar with the blade. What do you think Vestin dreams his like, how do I roll this? What would be Vestin's favored weapon? What does he see himself using, like, I don't know, 20 years down the road? In Elven years, let's say, because he's going to be fucking old as shit.
Yeah. He sees his favorite weapon as the rapier. He likes that they're very long and elegant and a nice dueling weapon. And they're very versatile. So that's what his favorite weapon is. That's why he carries one.
Okay. Yeah, so as you're swinging this around, you notice that the blade begins to shift. And originally it was like a short sword in your hand. And you notice after a while, the blade just seems to have gotten a little bit thinner. Not to the extent of being like a rapier with like just one like thin blade and like a pointy point. But the blade seems to have gotten smaller. Ever so slightly. 9 inch shoulder, by the way. 9 inch shoulder, but thinner.
Yeah.
Sure goes. I think it's doing its thing again.
Do I even notice as it's changing?
Make a perception check. It's not drastic.
Wait, if you attune to it, you'd know what it does, right?
It is noticeable. It's a noticeable change.
Yeah, and Veston just he comments on it lightly as he like twirls it around and does some like lunges towards the back door and
Yeah, it's a noticeable change. The blade got a little bit smaller, like maybe from like I don't know how. We'll say like it went from being like I don't know 3 inches to like 2 or so, and the blade is lighter now. So as you're swinging it, it is like a noticeable change in weight, and it moves faster in your hand.
I don't know what else to say. He's having fun with this.
Well, anything else? Any feelings? Sense of power?
Feels like it was made for me. He like flings it around and points it at Sylvie, just like in like a guard position. I feel in tune with whatever this is.
Every time someone says something like that, I just go, I am a DM and I could just kill any one of you at this moment. It's like, the blade elongates and stabs Sylvie and kills her. You're just like, oh, the ways that I could just ruin the world right now. But I don't.
Campaign over.
Yeah, I don't want this to be over in a day, so I don't.
I don't know. I guess as I'm going, can I make any other kind of check and while I'm attuning and practicing with this sword?
No, the blade doesn't have any markings or ancient text. It's just a beautiful silver blade with a dragon handle.
Shepard, I can't hear you, Shepard.
Make a... I instantly forgot what I was going to say. Repeat the question, please. Okay.
I'm just asking if I could make any kind of like maybe another Arcana check, seeing what this thing's doing now, or.
Yeah. You can make another Arcana check to try and figure out what it's doing. No, would you look at that? So look, you do good. Yeah, it's still not quite... You're still not able to fully understand what it's doing, but it does seem to be shifting in form and function to almost to how you want it to be, or how you will it to be. But the magic still seems... It still seems weak. Almost as if it's very faint. And I would... Michelle, you probably still have to take... Well, actually, it only lasts for 10 minutes, and this probably took like an hour or so. So, your detect magic probably isn't going... But as, I would say, as he began doing it, you did notice like a small flare-up of magic. And actually, when he put the gem inside, you noticed like a strong flare-up of magic, and then it waned back down to like that faint magic that you saw earlier. And it's kind of still in that point, but it's a little bit stronger than before.
Yeah, I think that explains why she said, I think it's doing that thing again.
So yeah, so from your Arcana checks and what you've seen so far, you feel like the blade has some sort of transmutation enchantment on it to form to your will in some way. But it seems weak, like a weak magic lift on it. You have no clue what the gem does yet, or if it does anything besides just let the soul do what it does.
Well, there's only one way to test this out, he says, Joe.
Stab! We kill Hubert.
No, Hubert's nice. We don't want to kill Hubert.
But we are probably gonna get him in trouble.
Actually, I was gonna say, who even has the highest perception? It's actually a tie between Sylvie and Vishara. I was looking at your passive perceptions. Just noting things about like who's got the highest perception, and there's a tie between Sylvie and Vishara.
They're very adept.
Yeah. We got the wisdom.
We got the wisdom, dog.
I got that dog in me.
So at this point, as you're like kind of wielding the sword around and y'all like trying to figure out this, you smell the faint scent of almost like baked goods, almost like sweet cookies.
Do either of you smell that?
Do we?
Cookies?
Yes, all of you. This will be all of you.
Okay, I thought that was just directed to me.
Oh no! This was to all of you. You all have about the same perception.
I mean,
Cookies.
I do. Where is that coming from?
Just seems to be radiating from all around you.
I'm gonna take a peek outside.
You look outside and you see you are in a thick fog. You don't see past like a foot. You are in a heavy fog, and as you stick your head, are you sticking your head out? Or are you just like opening up, like looking out the window?
I'm just looking out the window.
Okay. You look out the window. You still smell the faint scent of cookies, like a sweet, like a sweetest cookie you've ever smelled. But you don't see anything besides like this thick fog.
I have zero trust for.
I have zero trust for cookies.
I have zero trust for a smell, and I can't see the source.
Make a perception check. Make a perception check.
Smells like a trap.
Smells like cake.
20.
20. Okay. Dirty 20. For everyone at home.
I'm sniffing.
Smells like deceit. You smell, it smells like the sweetest cookies you've ever smelled before, but you don't see a source. It's so thick. And then you hear a little squeak.
Oh no.
And you look down, and in the door, you see a tiny hole.
In the door?
Yeah, in the door. Not going all the way through. Just want to clarify that. Not going all the way through. But like you see like a small little hole. It's not like shining any light in or anything like that way. So you know there's no like through hole.
Okay.
But you hear like a little squeaking, little. You see a little hole in the door.
I'm gonna slowly approach the door.
Oh, you're right way at the door. So.
This is the door to like the outside at least.
Yeah. So
the wagon. Okay.
So you're in the wagon. There's
Okay.
2 doors on either side, and there's a window in each door.
Okay.
Unless you meant you were opening
and a
up
window.
like the little.
And a window. Okay.
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna motion for. Well, no, this is to the back. The wagon's still moving, yes?
Yeah, the wagon's still moving. You're going.
Okay. In that case, I'm gonna grab hold of the door and immediately swing it open full force.
All right, swinging up in full force, and you hear a loud, like, almost like a little thump from inside the door, and you hear like a little eek as you swing it open, and you hear she would go, "Oh my God, are you all right?" As he's looking back at the door as it swings open.
Completely fine.
No one fell out, did they?
Nope, completely fine. Don't worry
that's
about
good.
it.
Oh, please do be careful. Oh, I need to get that door fixed. It could just swing open at any time. Oh no.
It's okay. I'll fix it for you.
Are you able to
Can you
reach it to
fix
get
it,
it
though?
closed?
Yep, I can do it. Okay, do I say anything?
See anything outside or see anything in the door?
In the door or outside?
Make another perception check. as now this fog is coming in inside of the wagon. Like the scent of
That's
cookies
not normal.
is even more present.
14.
14. As you look outside, you look around. You notice like occasionally you see like a shrub as you're passing by. You see like the dirt road that you're riding on. You hear the occasional chirping of like birds and stuff. So you don't really see much of anything like along the road or like along outside and you can't pinpoint down where the smell of cookies is coming from. But as you open the door, it just wafts in and like fills the room. You look through the door and you see like just a tiny like set of whiskers pulling out from the door, and then, like they go back inside.
Can I prestidigitation the fog out with a little wind, like a little bust of wind?
I would say you can try, but as you try, like using like creating like a little small gust of wind, like put the fog out, like just more billows in, because you're surrounded like a big, thick blanket of fog all around you.
Okay, I'm gonna close the door. Yeah, close the door. And I'm gonna look where these little whiskers are.
Yeah.
There's something in the door.
Alright, so you're on the floor, you're looking inside a little hole, and you catch like just a little glimpse of like some whiskers as they scuttle back inside the door, and you hear like some scratching up inside.
Sylvie,
And I break the door off the hinges. No. I didn't do anything, okay? I heard a sound. It sounded like something was peeking through the hole, but it's actually inside of this thing. Is it a rat?
I look around to see what the hell's scurrying around.
You look inside and you see the hole. So the hole is only on your side. It doesn't go all the way through to the outside. So it's only on your side. And you look inside and you don't like if you're just like peeking in the hole, you don't see anything. Like you see like the inside of like the door from like the small.
Can I? I feel like this will be. Can I listen to hear where it is on the door? And I'm gonna grab one of the axes that I got.
Oh my god. You can make a perception check to see if you can pinpoint where this whatever it is inside the door is.
This little creature, innocent creature scaring me. Kill, hunt, peace.
Vishara holds up her hand and says, "Maybe I can do something here."
Oh, by all means.
She's first going to cast guidance on herself, because I forgot that I had guidance until now. And
Such is life.
then she's going to try to coax the animal out.
Okay. Make an animal handling check. How do you try to coax it out as you're making this check?
She's gonna make, little tiny animal sounds, and make it soothing, and coach it out. Here, little critter, come on. Come to Vishara.
Okay. Make an animal handling check with guidance.
I don't think there's a good way to do guidance.
Oh, you can just do /all 1d4 with a space, I believe. You could also use brackets.
It did not like that.
Not like that.
Oh, there it did.
Okay, so a total
That's
of
slightly
13.
better.
Yeah, so a total of 13. So as you're like trying to coax whatever this is out of the door, you kind of go in like, come out, little baby. Come on. Doesn't really seem to have any effect. Doesn't really seem to work to like coax whatever this is out of the door.
Can I assist the animal handling?
You could.
I do have specialty in that one. proficiency.
Also, if you would like to help, I do prefer if you say it so before.
Okay.
You can. Or you could listen in the wall and try to figure out where it is and then try to kill it. Up to you.
Seeing as Vishara is going for the non-violent route, I will attempt to assist.
You can also make the check yourself if you think that would also be effective. Oh, that's what you meant. Do the check yourself.
Nope.
Wow, you both have the same like stat for almost everything. It feels like.
Hey, I'm good with animals.
Same perception, same animal handling. It's because your
Well,
wisdom.
I'm not trained in it, so.
Because you get damn wisdom.
I do have proficiency, so shouldn't it be a +6?
Is it not counting your proficiency? Oh, it may not be counting your proficiency. Let me see if that's typed in here, if I can find it.
Because I do know I chose animal handling.
Proficiency 2. No, it's in there. Let's see. Your wisdom is a 14, so 2 plus 2 equals 4.
Oh, okay, then yeah. I don't know why I just assumed my wisdom was higher. Yeah.
My wisdom should be a 20, damn it!
For some reason, I just thought it was. Nope.
Yep, it's all done good. You just rolled a 7. Sadness. But yeah, so you also try to like coax. Actually, how do you try to coax it out? Do you do the same thing, or do you try to do something different?
I just kind of do like little whispers, little chirps. Just come here. And kind of like tap. If I like vaguely like where I think it might be, like tap by it.
Okay. You just tap it. You're like, come on. If you don't come in, I'm going to kill you. Come on.
Probably.
Surprisingly, it's not very effective.
Is real quick, does someone want to check to make sure the bunny is still up front?
Imagine if it was the rabbit.
If you guys are doing that, Vestin will slide the window open. Hubert, do you still have your rabbit up here?
Oh, yes, I do. He's right here. And he, just you see some hands come down. They're just holding a rabbit, and like there's now a rabbit in your face.
Okay.
We might have a friend back here. We just wanted to double check. Let's
Oh yes, there's a mouse back there. Do be careful. It moved in some time ago, and I just never bothered to get it out. It's actually become quite fond of the place.
Okay.
Oh, so you want to keep him?
Well, I have grown quite fond of him.
Okay. Just making sure.
He does steal my cheese from time to time, though.
Oh, that's perfect. Do either of you two have some cheese? We could lure it out, and maybe you could have a friend, Sylvie.
I do, in fact, have
No.
cheese.
I do not want a friend, brother. Not of the mouse variety.
I just thought, with you being a wild animal sometimes.
Oh, so you just assumed that I would just be at home with any type of animal here? I am a predator.
I mean, you do know the stories about the one, I think he was a ranger, that went around with a hamster, right?
No,
What?
I haven't heard those stories.
Haven't heard that before.
Oh yeah, they were famous at one point.
I need to do this now.
Famous for what? being adorable.
Apparently really effective. The hamster used to get the guy out of trouble all the time.
Sounds to me like it was more than a hamster.
I don't know. But I remember the legendary duo.
Hmm.
Of course, this is a mouse. A little different, but related. Related.
I mean, they are part of the same species of rodent. Or in the... You know what I mean.
Yes, they're both rodents.
Well, then I think if it's just a mouse that is Hubert's mouse, we can leave it alone. Just get the door closed. Is the door closed? I don't know if you closed it.
I think you did.
Yeah, I did.
Otherwise, you two have been staring out at like foggy forest, and the door has been swung open this entire time.
Yeah, I definitely closed it. All right. Well, we leave the mouse. What about you and the sword? Glean anything from it yet?
It's a sword. It seems to want to become whatever the wielder wants. I mean, if you couldn't tell. Not much else. Although I do like this. Whoever this Duke is, I'm sure he'll like it too.
5 easy tricks to distract your players.
Yeah.
Box, magic sword, gemstone, mouse, cookie fog.
We're still smelling the cookie scent,
Yes.
right? That doesn't make me feel good. I'm gonna
I feel
ask
hungry.
Hubert. Do you smell cookies?
Oh, yes, I do. It smells like
We're
chocolate chip. That pecan.
we're not near any town, so how is that possible?
I mean, this is Echo. It is a strange place. You know that.
That is an excellent question.
Things are weird. Things are very weird.
And I don't like it.
I went to open up my notes and I forgot that I looked up Beauty Berry. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Okay.
Well, I guess we should put the sword back. Lock it up again.
Can you relock it?
I didn't break the lock.
Yes, we did well.
Okay, I'm just making sure. Preston will take the gem out and lay the sword and the gem back in the box.
You lay the sword down, place the gem back, you close the box. And as you place the sword back, you notice the blade doesn't go back to how it was before.
Oh boy.
I wonder if that's going to cause us any trouble. Nah, it'll be fine.
They won't even know.
Yeah. I mean, it changes. It changes by itself. It's
Exactly.
Close the box.
Um,
And Sylvie, you try to relock it?
Yep.
Alright, go ahead and give me a dexterity check. Not dexterity check, slide around. Actually, it doesn't matter, either one works.
It's the lock special? We didn't break it, right?
No, but you still gotta try to relock it.
Oh, is it not like a padlock?
No, it's like an internal mechanism.
Oh, okay.
16.
Or
You do it. You manage to
Okay.
reset the pins and it locks.
perfect.
It's like,
They'll never know.
oh shit, it's not a padlock. What do we do?
Well, that was my first thought. I didn't know it was an internal one.
No, it's an internal lock that's built into the wood.
Okay.
But 16, you manage to do it. You reset the pins inside and it locks back.
All right.
And so, is there anything else anyone wants to do?
No?
Not that I know of.
ponder.
Except eat
That's all.
cookies.
That's
I
all
like to
gonna.
eat cookies.
I get hungry because I smell cookies and I have no cookies. You have prestidigitation though. You can make water taste like cookies.
I could. That's
Good.
not
That
the
would be
same
so
thing, though.
weird. That would be so weird.
This water, it tastes like ginger snaps. What?
The disconnect between a liquid tasting like a cookie and the actual like firmness of a cookie would be too much.
I would be a menace with prestidigitation. I would make everything taste like random ass shit. I would make my TV taste like gummy bears if I could. It would be amazing.
And that, friends, is chaotic neutral in a nutshell.
The snozberries would taste like snozberries, damn it. I love Faye. Anyway. Alright. You lock the box back up. And you sit back down and continue to ride. Travel for a few hours through this thick, oddly smelling fog. Whether or not it's the fog or not, you really don't know. But the smell continues for the hours that you progress on the road. When all of a sudden you feel a sudden jolt as the wagon bumps up and shakes.
Oh no.
And you hear...
Hubert?
Yes, you hear Hubert yell back, but it doesn't quite sound like Hubert. It almost sounds more jubilant and with a more lispy sound to him. Oh, don't worry, it's just a little bump in the road.
I'm gonna open up the window.
Yeah, you open it up and you look out, and you still see Hubert's feet, because that's all you see when you open up that little sliding door. You just see like
I
his
stick
feet
my head out.
stick-
Is that big enough for me to stick my head out? To look?
Not really, but you can like try and like get a better view if you like try to stick your head out a little bit.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, you stick your head out and you like, because where like this little slant is like the seat is above it, and you like see his feet and you see like the horses like in front. You stick your head out at least as much as you can, and you kind of look up, and it looks like his legs, and from what you can tell. Same shoes, same pants, same colorful attire from the ankle down.
So, this is probably insane to do, but I kind of want to get Vishara to open up the back and somehow hold on and peek out around the side.
Okay, so you want to like open up like the back door, because it was a back door. So you want to open that up, kind of climb out and like look above the wagon, like see if he's still there.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you want help leading to get out there so you don't fall?
Probably a good idea.
Yeah.
I might even want to
Okay.
cast guidance on myself again.
I will assist in this endeavor because I don't trust that.
Alright, so you cast guidance on yourself. You call Sylvie back to like try and hold on to you as you like try to climb out over the top to like look.
Yep.
So go ahead and roll an acrobatics or athletics, either one, your choice, with advantage.
They're
and add
identical
your
for me.
Guidance.
So,
Oh, okay.
uh,
Coolio.
Since we start on acrobatics, I guess I'll just go with that. Oh boy.
Alright, so
Oh, well, that was better.
15?
That was better.
That's a full guidance.
Yeah.
That's good. So a 15. And Sylvie rolled athletics as well, just because.
Well, I was assisting, so I
That's
just
called the
to,
help
hold her
action.
out.
That gives advantage,
Oh,
Sylvie.
well,
But you hold on to
didn't
those
know it.
legs
I don't-
with a
I don't-
ferocity.
I don't know if I needed to because I was holding on to her. If I needed to specifically.
Holding on to those legs with a ferocity.
Please
15.
don't fall.
Alright, so you began like crawling out, Sylvie holding onto your legs almost a little too tightly. It's almost a little painful. And you like open up the door. The stuff kind of shakes around and almost falls up. You catch some of it and like push it back in. You make your way like kind of pulling yourself onto the roof of the wagon by your arms and kind of lift yourself up. And you look over, and it's not that clear of a view to where Hubert was sitting, but you do see like this big hat that he was wearing before, kind of sitting on top of his head. And you see it like bouncing up and down where he would be. You can make another perception check to see if it is him. Like try and
Sure.
lift yourself up and get a better view to see if it is him.
Perception.
Alright, 16.
16.
Yeah, so you kind of like push yourself up on your elbows to like try and lift yourself up to get a better view. And you see like this hat is like bouncing up and down because the wagon is not bouncing. It's not like up until this point it's been like a pretty smooth trip, but now it's like all bouncy. You look up, and you look down, and you catch like the vaguest like little look of like this white curly not mad, but like this white curly hair that like pokes up out of his hat, and it does look like him.
You know what? I'm gonna go all in. I'm just gonna take the roof and get closer.
Okay. Alright, so you try to like climb up on the roof. As you're climbing up on the roof, there was another hard jolt. And the entire wagon moves up. I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw to try and catch yourself. And
Okay.
as the entire wagon jolts up, actually, I need everyone to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oof.
Okay.
Actually, I'm gonna say you make yours with advantage because Sylvie is still holding on to. Or you can do that, or Sylvie, you can try and make an athletics check to try and pull her back in.
Well, she's not going to be pulled. Well, she doesn't want to be pulled back in. I'll just do it to keep her up top.
That works too.
But dexterity save.
course, I would be the one with a low dexterity roll.
Yeah, so you have a choice. You can either make your dexterity save Vishal with advantage, or Sylvie, you can make an athletics check to try and like maintain Vishal's balance on the roof. It's your choice. Whichever one y'all want to do.
What would you prefer? Do you wanna roll again, or do you want me to make the athletics?
You know what? I think I'm just gonna go for it.
Okay. I believe.
Oh!
Oh.
All right. So, as you begin to like climb up on the roof to like get a better view at Hubert to see if he's actually still there, or if he has been kidnapped and replaced by a duplicate or something. I don't really know what your thought process was here, but whatever it was.
I just wanted to find out what the strangeness was. That definitely didn't seem like him.
There was another sudden jolt, as if a large bump was in the road, and the whole wagon jumps up. Vestin, you managed to like keep your footing inside and hold on, so you're not really that jumbled up. Sylvie, you're like bounced up in your seat. Actually, you're not even in your seat anymore. You're like in the back holding on to Vishal and like trying to lift her up. So you like bounce up against like all the cargo that was in the back. Some of it tumbles out onto the ground and you lose it in the fog. It just gets almost like engulfed in the fog as you leave it behind. But you manage to like catch yourself, but in catching yourself, you let go of Vishal. And Vishal, you are thrown up off the roof into the air, and you come tumbling back down. Luckily, momentum is a thing. So as you're tossed up in the air, you still travel with the wagon for a little bit as you fall back down.
Oh, good.
Grabbing back onto like physics. It's a lifesaver. Grabbing back just barely onto like the back of the wagon. You're like your legs are like dragging against the ground. And then all of a sudden your legs are no longer dragging against the ground as the cart tips and like just comes to a screeching halt on like two of its wheels and then tumbles back down onto all fours. And you're now like clinging onto the back of this wagon. Your legs are all like dirty and filthy from like being dragged against the ground for a little bit. And there's no more movement.
I think Vishar is going to pull out her warhammer and have it light up.
Alright, you pull out your hammer. It lights up with this brilliant, vibrant light. And slowly the fog begins to dissipate. The sweetness of cookies and like almost candy as well kind of dissipates. And you are no longer on a road. You see a vibrant field of dirt and like giant trees that just surround you and the wagon. And as you take a closer look, the trees aren't made of wood, but they're just this giant like green like structure that just jumps out of the ground, and like you're surrounded by them.
Oh shit! I don't think we're in Kansas anymore.
Vestin and Sylvia.
Where's Kansas?
You two are like, well, actually, Vestin, you're fine. You're like just sitting in your seat because you like had a firm grip.
Like he's like holding on. He's like, what the hell is going on?
And Sylvie, you're like in the back, like looking down at Vishal. Well, actually, I assume you stood up. You're like looking out at Vishal.
Or at least crouched.
Okay. Yeah, crouch. You're not doing good. You are not doing good. You got dragged behind the wagon for a little bit. But Sylvia, you're like in the back. A lot of the cargo like got tumbled out as the door was open and it hit that bump. So you look out, and as the fog dissipates, you see all this as well. Fiston is probably the only one who doesn't immediately see it.
Hubert?
No response.
Vishara is gonna stumble to her feet and head around to the front. And while she does that, she's gonna say, "Hey, I don't think we're where we were. Are you sure about your driving?"
Oh, yeah. So you go around back to the front. You do not see Hubert. You don't see his rabbit, and you don't see the horses.
So we just moved without horses. How does that happen?
No, there were definitely horses.
There definitely are not horses anymore.
I don't think we're in Kansas anymore.
Again, where is Kansas? I have never seen this on a map before.
It's a town. Don't worry.
It's east of
It's
Albuquerque.
just south of nowhere.
South of nowhere and east of Albuquerque.
Faye is gonna... I mean, not Faye. Fucking Sylvie.
Sylvie Faye.
God,
Sylvie the Faye.
Yeah, Sylvie is, hearing that we don't have horses and seeing where we are, she's gonna move back to the box and she's gonna break it open this time.
No
Be
fucks
like,
given.
we might need this.
Make
We might need this.
Make a strength check to try and bust open the box.
23.
You bust open the box.
Wow.
You take it and you slam it against over your knee, and like there was already a crack from where the giant of the ogle, which is also a giant, was kind of manhandling it a little bit before. You just like snap it over that crack, and like the box just breaks open in half, and the blade sticks out of one end. The gem kind of tumbles to the floor.
Veston looks and, you want me to take that?
We might need it.
And now that you're looking at it again, the stone as it hits the floor kind of molds and almost liquefies, and it's in the state of like solid and liquid at the same time. It's no longer this purplish hue. It is now fully vibrant rainbow colors.
I pick up the stone and hand it over
Veston.
to West.
Yeah, Veston takes the sword and the stone, and does the stone like stay kind of liquidy in his hands?
You take the stone, and it's still like kind of like liquidy, but it like it solidifies where you touch it, and as you grab it, it kind of not molds. It kind of like goes from that rainbow coloration to kind of a shifting spasm of shapes and colors in your hand. Yeah. So that's what the jump down is. You take the blade. The blade doesn't do anything. It's still the same as it was before.
Then he's gonna put the gem back in the sword, and he's gonna put it on his hip and step outside and
All right.
like kind of look up in the trees.
All right. So you take the gem and you kind of like put it towards the sword where that socket is, and as you put it towards that socket, the gem, as in like this semi-solid, semi-liquefied form, snaps into shape and like almost like shoots into that socket and clicks. And as you do it, the blade instantly transforms from like this half like skinny long short sword into a rapier in your hand.
You saw that, right?
And as it
Sylvie,
as it snaps
Obviously.
into shape, the hilt where you were holding it was once like an open maw of a dragon, kind of turns into like that hand guard that a rapier has, but like the hand guard is like the back of the dragon, and it's like its maw is like going like to your hand, almost like it's about to bite it.
that's cool. But I didn't do that. I swear.
Mm-hmm.
He says to Sylvie.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't!
I will debate that with you later. We are in a bit of a pickle here. Is the carriage still moving?
No, the carriage is not moving. It like came to a steady
Okay, it's
stop.
not. Okay. So I'm gonna jump out.
All right, you two jump out.
Yeah, and I follow behind.
You look up to these trees. As you're jumping out, make a perception check.
Both of us?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, everybody.
I feel like we should loot some
good.
supplies from the.
All right, Sylvie stays inside, retroactively.
I just remembered. I was just like, wait a second.
That's a
There's a
performance
lot
check,
of
but that's still a
stuff that
natural
could
20.
be
So we'll take
useful.
it. So that's actually a 24 for Vishal, because math. So 24 and a 14. Vestin, you look out and these trees are bizarre. They're unlike anything you've ever seen. They look nothing like trees. They're like these green, like they are plants. Like you can tell they're plants, but like they're like this green, like flat bits of like weird plants that like just jut out of the ground, and they're everywhere. Vishal, you look around. These aren't trees. These are giant blades of grass jutting out of the ground.
Oh crap.
And the dirt you're on is, well, it's dirt, but like what would be like grains of sand look like giant boulders to you.
I think
Oh,
we've
no.
been shrunk.
How? Through some sort of spell? What?
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that's grass.
If we'd been
That's
shrunk, then where
a
would
bit of
Hubert
dirt.
have gone?
You look up and Vishal, you see a giant bird just flying across the sky, and it looks like the size of a dragon. But you see clearly, it's a sparrow.
Yeah, I think that's supposed to be a sparrow. But it's bigger than a dragon.
Destin is speechless.
I
So I'm
didn't
gonna grab
feel
some supplies.
any magic. You're inside. I think you should look for anything useful and then join us.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Any tools or like food rations in case we need it. I'm just stuffing it in my bag and
Make a perception check to see what you
Bedrolls
can find,
and
because you
clothes.
did lose a lot of materials when the door was open and there was that jolt.
Oh. By the way, I think Vishar is gonna look around and see if there's any scattered stuff outside.
You can also make a perception check.
did both of us do perception?
Yeah, if you're looking around for like materials or something like that. Damn. All right, so you're looking
We're
around.
good at this.
It's almost like we both have high wisdom. So
Yeah.
you both look around. Vishal, as you're looking around, you do see like, actually, Vishal, you begin to like climb a blade of grass to like get a higher vantage point to see if you can find anything that like fell off. And off in the distance, you see a giant barrel, the size of a house. So if
Oh,
you look
boy.
around and you find like some dried meats, and some like salted meats. You find like pickled like vegetables. You also find some like pickled eggs, or like not pickled eggs, but like water eggs. You know, it's been
I
like
also
a TikTok
assume-
rage.
Because all the tools were under the seat.
Yeah.
So I'll take whatever tools that can make like the simple kits that we might need for survival stuff.
Yeah, you remember that, and you go back to like inside the carriage and like lift up all of the cushions, and like you see all the stuff which is still there because there was no way for it to fall out. And you find like these simple tools. You find like like chisels, hammers. You find like rope. You find torches, like a set of torches. You just find a whole different kinds of like little tools and knickknacks are like nestled in here. I'll say you also find like 2 like bags as well, like to like fill up with stuff to like carry easier.
Okay.
I have a bag of holding. I toss it up into her.
You also have a bag of holding, which I completely forgot about.
Yep. Well, I take his bag and I start just piling in case we need something.
Alright, so...
No, only things that would be useful for, like, navigating, I guess this is weird being small,
Okay, you roll
so
a
we're not,
22.
like,
So
overburdening.
I'll say with a 22, I'll say you find, like, a compass, you find, like, some parchment and some, like, drawing tools, like, maybe make a map out of.
Mm-hmm.
Any rope?
Yeah, you find rope.
Yeah, rope. Bed? Is there, like, spare bed rolls or tents or... I assume we probably had some too, right?
I think you all have some of that in, like, your basic equipment, but, like, any
Yes.
big stuff like that would have been in the back and is now falling out, and you don't know what it is.
Okay. Was it... There was tools on one section. What was on the other seats? Or was it just
the
tools
other seats would have been, like, the rope, the torches and stuff like that. You also find, like, a lantern or two. You find some oil.
Take that.
Trying to think of, like, other things that would be, like, in a merchant's fucking bullshit. You also find, like, some extra clothes as well. And some blankets, some pillows and stuff like that, because he had those out set out as well. Unfortunately, as you look, you don't find Hubert's tea set.
Damn.
Or any of the tea.
Damn.
No. The poor
We
tea.
can't have tea parties in this big world.
Honey, I shrunk the
Oh
individuals.
no.
Alright, I'll put the blankets and stuff in too, just so we could be comfy whenever we have to bed. And all the survival stuff. And then I will, and any of you said the food that was left, so take all that, and then I come out, grab the oil and a lantern and the torches as well. Even though I believe, can we all see, or is it only...
I don't know. I feel like all elves have dark vision, but that might be wrong. But also, Vishal can give everybody dark vision.
I can.
Ability.
Yeah. Well, I know we have dark vision. I wasn't sure if Vishara had it or not, but
I have
torches
the
anyways,
best.
maybe we need to light something on fire.
Oh yes, you also find like stuff to make fire. So you might find like
Tinderbox.
yeah, tinderboxes, like flint and things like that.
Not that we
Basically,
need it because I can light fires.
I just have magic. Whee! Basically, anything that you can
Privilege.
think of that would be in like a general store is in here, but just in smaller quantities.
Okay.
And even less quantities now that like a lot of the stuff was like the bigger
Fell
things
out.
like fell
Yeah.
out.
Alright. Well, once I'm sure that we have enough supplies, I come out. So... Was a spell cast on us? I just look over at Vishara.
Shara probably still needs to get off the piece of grass and flops to the ground.
You
and
slide
says,
down the grass. It's kind of fun. It's like wee.
I didn't feel any magic, but that barrel over there seems to be a bit big. Or maybe it was a keg. Kind of hard to tell when it's like the size of a house.
I don't think we had a. Maybe there was a spell cast upon us, but I'm at a loss of words myself.
It was that dang cookie smell, I just know it.
I don't know. I have a feeling that it had something to do with that strange sounding voice.
Yeah, that.
Do you think
That-
this whole thing was a ruse, that Hubert was never really a merchant and has set us up?
I mean, that, or he got possessed?
I don't think it
Yeah.
was a ruse.
Did we anger some sort of, trickster deity?
I would think a trickster deity would love us. I mean, look at all the work we did when we were just trying to check out that sword.
Yes, there was a lot of work involved in that.
I think they would appreciate our hard work. But what do we do now?
Do we have a map? Do we even know where we are?
I mean,
No.
it's a little hard to tell when we're this small. Landmarks are kind of like mountains.
Yeah.
I can't even tell if we're on a road or if this is a field. I mean, this is grass, so...
We were on a road.
Probably. When did we get shrunk? And where have we ended up? Are good questions.
I would assume we got shrunk right after we lost those supplies in the back.
I don't know. I'm starting to think we got shrunk about the time of the first jolt.
Merchants sell many things.
Because that's the
eh,
first
boy.
indicator we had that we weren't on, a normal road anymore.
I would be in agreement with that. What do we do? Do we just try following the road and calling for help?
I mean, I don't even know if that is a road.
Then let's just wander off into the forest of grass.
I mean, we could try to get higher. That might be an option. Oh, actually, you know another thing I could do? I could try to detect magic and see if there's any magic nearby. That might be a good start.
Or on us.
Well, that too.
So is this what you expected when I say, hey, we're going to do a Wonderland adventure?
No.
I was not expecting to be shrunk.
Yes, we've now entered Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Oh, so you're casting Detect Magic?
Yes.
Okay. You cast Detect Magic. You say your prayer to your goddess to grant you the ability to see magic around you. And as you open your eyes again and take a look around you, magic is everywhere. The very air around you radiates with magic. The blade on Veston's hip, because you have it on your hip right now, right? Like sheath.
Yes, yeah.
Is just violently radiating with magic. The gem on it is flickering with all these different colors of magic. The blade itself is radiating magic as well. And you look around and just magic everywhere.
Bashar opens her eyes after the prayer and then just goes, oh shit.
My eyes!
That bad?
Yes, everything is magic. Everything.
Well, what now?
Well,
Do we try to trace our way back?
I mean, we can go back towards the giant keg and see if this reverts itself.
And have a party.
I mean, we could probably go swimming in whatever is inside that keg. But,
As
Dustin's
tempting
gonna
as
take a
that
chance.
is,
He's gonna start walking back towards like the keg and everything, and seeing if he starts to grow.
yeah.
Okay,
So we'll join him.
alright, you begin walking back in the direction that Rishara mentioned the keg was in. As you continue to walk, make me survival checks. We're in the grass forest now, baby. Too bad you don't have a ranger.
oh boy.
A ranger who specializes in grass.
I like how you got a nat 20 with the +1 that you have for survival.
He is
Yeah,
trained.
And us with the +4.
Yep.
Yep, Vestin is a man on a mission. He will make it to that keg, and he will make it unabated. He will get big again. However big he was before. And as you're traveling this, you see like the grass above you is just as big as trees. You hear a terrible screeching off in the distance, and you look up and you see like a giant sparrow that's like just would be a beautiful song, but at the size it just sounds like a horrific scream to you. As you continue to walk, you see like dew just grow, like not growing, but like dripping off of grass, and it's like falling down, and, like hitting the ground with a loud thud and like splashing droplets everywhere. You notice as you continue to you hear a soft, almost like a soft singing
Oh
coming
no.
from coming from your left. A little ways off from the keg, but you hear like the soft singing and almost a chuckling as well.
Does anyone else hear that?
Yeah, do we all hear that?
I would say, Vestin, you hear it first, and then everyone else hears it after.
Dustin stops, he straightens up, and he points over to. There's something over there. And he points towards the source of the sound.
Did we... Well, I guess we have nothing to lose to investigate. I'm gonna take the axe I have and just cut a blade of grass to like mark where we were, where we're diverging, in case we have to come back.
Alright, you take your axe and you begin chopping a piece of grass. Not all the way off, just to like you're cutting it all the way off. Like, it'll take you some time. It'll be like cutting down a tree.
Not all. Like enough to be noticeable as you're like walking to kind of see it.
Okay, so not cutting down the grass, just like marking it enough to be noticeable.
Yeah. And I'll do that as we go. Just swing my axe into various blades of grass.
If only you had a machete. No. Yeah, so you mark your way as you go, cutting blades of grass occasionally. And
Go towards the sound, I guess.
you begin making your way to the sound. And after a while, you see like a little, not really an opening, but like a little area to your left of where you were originally. And you see, it looks like a strange, like, armored person. It kind of looks like a beetle. you hear the occasional giggle or laugh coming from them, and their back is to you right now. So you just see like two big like shell pieces to your face.
Veston looks between the two and like whispers, like, "Think it's friendly?"
So,
Well, one way to find out.
so without opening her mouth, Vishara says to you, I think it's something strange, definitely.
Yep, I agree with that. Veston says that out loud. Then he looks and he just, well, here we go. And he pushes himself forward and clears his throat and goes, excuse me, can you help us?
Alright, you push through some of the grass and you make your way out. And you hear a little "Eek!" And the individual in front of you kind of jumps up a little bit and turns around slowly. And just kind of stares at you. You see this strange upright beetle looking back at you. Just kind of staring. And then they wave a little bit. With like a three-fingered claw.
Veston waves back and, can you understand me? I know you're an insect, so we might have some communication issues.
They kind of like cock their head to the side and then slowly nod yes and then nod no. And then the head kind of goes around in a circle.
I think that's a yes.
I think that's a no.
Are you sure? How do bugs say no?
He shrugs and puts his arms up. I don't know. I don't know how to speak with bugs.
I mean, I can probably get the point across, but understanding him is a different story. Actually, you know what? I don't think that's necessarily true. I don't do this too often, but she stops talking, at least out loud, and she says to this strange creature, telepathically, "Hi. I'm just gonna link you into my mind for a second. Can you tell us where we are, or what happened?"
As you do that, out loud, you all hear a loud scream, and in your mind, you hear an even louder scream as all like four of the arms swing up into the air, and you see like a large, well, I say large, but tiny yet large stick fly into the air and then land on the ground that they were holding.
What the? Veston draws the rapier.
You
I
see
think I
like
shocked it a little
one
bit.
end of the stick is like kind of sharpened a little bit. It has like almost like a blackness to it.
Like a blackness, he said?
Yeah, like a black, like the tip is like black almost.
Like it was burnt?
Make an investigation check. Yeah, it almost looks like it.
13.
Yeah, it looks almost like it was burnt, or like it was like rubbed up against like some charcoal or something. And then
Were
Vishal, you hear back in your mind, "Don't hurt me, please."
Oh, no. We are peaceful. Well, mostly. We don't have any intention to hurt you. We just need some answers, please.
I don't have any money, and if I did, it wouldn't be in that safe. And he points like behind a rock, which is a pebble.
No, we're not really here for money. I mean, what do you even use for money? Besides the point. Yeah, we just need some directions. We seem to have had some issues with our ride.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh God, you were gonna say that?
Thank you for the hit pats.
Oh, well, that was okay.
Wowie. They slowly lower their claws, and they reach down and pick back up the stick and just kind of like hold it close to them. Not like a, maybe not even like a defensive mount, but just or like an aggressive mount, but just like holding it. Okay. What can I do to help?
So did you see the giant stuff come out of the sky?
You kind of see it like
Figuring that's
thinking
what the
for a moment.
keg probably looked like.
And as this like conversation is happening, Sylvie and Vesting, you two just hear as it's like talking, as it's thinking in its mind at the same time.
I hope it's going well.
I hope so too.
And then it's kind of thinking for a moment. And then it goes, I did see a loud thud. Didn't really see. I heard. I don't really even know how I heard. I don't have ears. And then it lifts up two of its claws, so like the size of its head, and it kind of like looks confused from it. And it looks at you. How do I hear?
Feelers? Probably. My guess. That's my guess.
It reaches up and like grabs onto its feelers and brings them down. And then lets go and they bounce back up. That makes sense.
Anyway, is there a place with more, people or creatures like yourself? We're sort of new, and all the thudding is part of how we got here, so we have a lot of questions. And yeah, we need to find some people that might be able to answer them.
Kind of nods. Yes, there's more of me. Not really. There's only one of me, but there are others. Other people. Bugs. Not really people. Mostly bugs. And plants, too. And as it's talking, it kind of takes the stick and it begins to like just mindlessly like carve into the ground with the stick, and like the stick's like leaving behind like a black like charcoal mark along the ground, and it just like begins to draw what it's saying and thinking at the same time.
Oh, good. If you can give us directions, I'd appreciate it.
I can do that. And then it just begins to like spout out directions to you, and like it begins to like draw this extravagant like map on the ground, like all the different like ground and where to go and how to get there. And it's talking faster than what you can really understand, and it's drawing faster than like it's drawing slower than like, the words are actually leaving its mouth.
Vishara is patient.
So it's like spewing out directions that are like 20 steps in front of where it's actually drawing, so it gets kind of confusing.
Vishara turns to the other two as it's trying to describe the way and says, I asked it if there was a settlement basically around, and it's trying to give us directions.
Okay.
She points to the ground.
Is the Is the settlement more people like him or like us?
It said basically bugs and plants. I'm assuming intelligent bugs and plants.
I would hope they're intelligent. I mean, they are bugs, though.
Yes, I did ask for people, and that's what I got. So,
Okay.
Can he take us there? I can't quite understand this map that he's drawing.
Bashara turns back and mentally asks, so, rather than follow the map, any chance you could guide us there?
You say that, and it's still talking like about directions and like drawing, and then it just suddenly stops both and looks to you. Yeah, I can do that.
Thank you. We'd appreciate it.
Flips the stick around and begins erasing everything it just did. Then you hear
Hold
in
on,
your
I'll
mind,
be right back.
no, she's gone. You hear in your mind again. Are we going now?
Sure, I think we're ready. She glances to each side.
Preferably
good?
now. Yes. I would like to get somewhere that is not here.
All right. She nods at the creature. I think we're all set.
Kind of nods. He's like, okay, I just gotta get to a few things. And it kind of walks over to like a group of pebbles and moves one out of the way and like grabs another like looks like a little bug, like another little bug, but its abdomen is like swollen and it looks like it's full of liquid. And you just kind of see it kick its little legs as they grab it, and grabs like another like little it looks like a little pouch, but it's made out of like grass that's been like large chunks of grass that's been like kind of woven together and like tied at the top.
Like his own little knapsack.
And then you hear it's like, okay, I got my honeydew and I got my lunch. Let's go.
All right. Shara will follow.
It takes like the little honeydew bug and like sticks it to its side and like just grips on. It has the other like little bundle on its arm, and it picks up the stick with its two other little arms and begins walking off in a direction.
She heads to the other two. Hopefully, I'm not the one that needs to talk to everyone. At least
Well, if
once
you
we
are-
get there.
Well, if
I'm
you
not
are,
so great
you
at convincing people of things.
well, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But until now, and he claps Vishara on the shoulder, you're our only hope at communicating.
Which all just
Yay.
kind of stares blankly with a little bit of drool because Faye isn't here. Alright, so you all follow the beetle?
Yes.
Yep.
Alrighty. You gather up your things, you follow the beetle. Sylvie probably cuts more bits of grass as you travel to make your way. And you begin following this beetle. And it kind of turns to you, Vishara, and kind of goes, Can the other two not speak?
They don't seem to speak your language, though.
Oh, Homeschooled.
What a bastard.
I love that you came back just for that.
I had my headphones on the entire time.
Sylvie cleans up a little bit of the drool that got left behind.
How dare he?
It's like, the beetle speaks up again. Well, what's your names, stranger?
So Vishar says, I'm Vishar. I'm a priestess of Lavana. And this here is Sylvie and Vestin.
Kind of
I think
turns,
they're siblings.
to Sylvie and Vestin and waves slowly.
Wave back.
Yeah, Vesting gives a wave back.
And then it goes, hello, I'm Doodle. And it's talking slowly to Sylvie and Vestin, but all you hear is...
So I just hear that and he waves slowly and I just go, hi.
Hello.
Vishar, after she manages to stop laughing, says, I think its name is Doodle.
Doodle. Well, that's a cute name. Is he an
Pleasure to
artist?
meet you, Doodle.
I think it thinks that you're a bit slow.
Listen, we're not the brightest candles.
I
but-
elbow him. I elbow. Speak for yourself, brother.
Come
Just
on,
because-
we both.
Just because we can't understand a bug does not mean we are slow. Is that why he was waving slowly at us?
I think so.
Oh my god. It's just like those people in the village that speak another language and they think if they speak slower and enunciate that you'll understand them. How incredibly rude.
Yes. Yes.
He lifts the aphid to his mouth and just squeezes a little bit. Drinks honeydew from its butt. Then lowers it right down.
I would crush this thing if I was my true size.
I mean, you could probably do it right now, but this. He looks up and then back down. Doodle character seems to be our only hope. So, I'd advise against it.
I'm not actually going to. But if I was normal size, it would be a choice made.
You would squish it?
Totally.
I mean, it seems kind of nice. I might have to reconsider smushing bugs.
Bugs can be quite nutritious. Have you ever fried a beetle?
Vishar makes a face.
Or had like fried crickets?
No, no.
They can't be quite good.
I'll take your word on that.
I'm so glad he can't understand us. We can't understand him.
I forgot what a doodle bug looked like, and I looked it up, and I forgot that it was an antlion.
What does it look like?
It's an
Hold on.
antlion. Terrifying little
Antlion?
things.
Hold on. Oh my god, no, I don't want to look at that. Nope.
Yep,
No.
terrifying little things.
No.
They make
No.
ant lion pits and ants
I
walk into them.
assumed it looked a lot cuter. Nope, that's horrifying.
This doodle
Yeah.
this doodle looks like a regular average beetle. I forgot that
Okay.
doodle bugs were ant lions in real life.
Okay.
Apparently, there's a vast array of different types.
That's nightmare fuel. I hate insects.
Oh, ant lions
personally.
are terrifying. If you were the size of an ant, you'd be terrified of an ant lion.
Yeah. I'm terrified of it right now, and I'm not that size.
Yeah,
Okay, I just hate bugs.
They dig little pits in sand, and then when ants get close and fall inside, they use their little heads to like knock sand up until they get to the center where they're buried,
I
and then
prefer
they stab them
the
with their
images
fangs.
where it is an armadillo-looking beetle. Very much so.
I like the.
I'm not gonna look for those. I'm just not.
I like the doodle bug and dragon tails.
You're gonna introduce us to a bunch of bugs, and I'm just gonna imagine Bug's life.
The
Super cute and cuddly like the caterpillar. That's all I'm gonna picture.
the dragon tails doodle bug I love. It's very cute. Not like a real life doodle bug, which is.
I'm gonna imagine some Pokemon, okay?
Yeah. 10 times better.
Anyway, now that I've gave you that little bit of nightmare fuel, Doodle just sips on his honeydew and keeps walking you forward. Make a perception check.
Oh, good.
All of us, or just Bashar?
All of you. Okay, I should
You were
have just
obviously distracted by the bug.
should have just said
Yep.
Visara. Should have just said Vishara. Yeah, you two are still squabbling about how Doodle thinks you two are stupid.
Yeah.
Presumably.
And about eating bugs. Fry up some crickets with honey.
Ew, no, ew, no, ew,
Fried crickets are great.
It's a bug. No, and unless it's the size of a crab or shrimp, not the little tiny dinky shrimps, because those suck. The big shrimps, just no. Until
can't even
If
eat
cricket
shrimp,
was that big,
so-
that'd be horrifying.
crabs are just big bugs.
Exactly. They're sea bugs. That's why I can't eat them.
Oh, you poor thing. So sorry, you're missing out.
I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it.
Not really. They're really expensive. You're not really missing out on much because they're expensive. Anyway, don't touch Doodle. You'll die. What was I saying? Oh yes, perception checks. 17. As you all are following Doodle, actually, what's like the lineup here? Like, where are you all, like positioned, to Doodle?
I assume I'm probably directly behind.
Doodle.
Yeah.
I would either be walking next to my brother or kind of behind him.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. So we would be behind Bashara.
Okay, so it would be Doodle, Bashara, and then Sylvie and Veston.
Yeah.
Cool. Cool. I got the mental picture. Down. Awesome. All right. So you're all walking, and Vishar, you begin to hear. You begin to hear like a loud buzzing.
Oh no. Does anyone else hear that buzzing noise?
No,
Do
we're
we?
squabbling over it, this bug thinking we're stupid.
Well, if you point it out, do we hear it?
Make another perception check to see if you hear it.
Okay.
Yes.
There we go.
And well, actually, just for like future clarification, when you speak, are you still speaking to Doodle in his mind as well, or are you just like turning that on and off occasionally?
Whenever I speak to him, I have to. But when I speak to them, I talk out loud.
Okay. So for instances like that, Doodle would not know what you're talking about.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Got it for future reference. Depending on how long Doodle lives.
Oh, God.
Because
For
it's
sure.
not guaranteed.
Vishar's gonna ask Doodle, are there wasps or something around here? I hear a buzzing.
Doodle just kind of turns back to you, still walking forward, but kind of like just tilts his head. Goes, yeah, there's some wasps. Why?
I hear buzzing. It's getting louder.
Oh, it could be anything, really. Like wasps.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes. She turns back to you two, and she says, well, Doodle is not ruling out wasps. So, yeah, you might want to be on the lookout.
Are they... Should we be concerned if it is? Ask him if they'd be hostile to us.
She turns back, says, Doodle, are wasps, threatening?
Oh, yes, they're assholes.
Oh, that's a great... She
And as he
turns
said
back to
that,
you.
as he says that, you just hear bzzz, and like two loud thuds next to you, and you see like two giant wasps that are like standing up, almost like towering over you a little bit, but like maybe. It's so weird to show you like dimensions now when you're like half an inch big. We're gonna use normal dimensions and just say everything's giant. Standing up like maybe half a foot taller than you.
Vishar is gonna wave and say, hi.
That was a good
Weston
one.
stops and just
I'm I'm like ready to jump into action if they do anything aggressive to us.
And you just see Doodle just kind of like stop, and his like legs are quivering. And one of the wasps just kind of walks up to you and goes, "How's it going?"
is he actually speaking?
No. He's just to you. It's just. Yeah.
Oh,
Well, Doodle doesn't look that good.
Since Vishara can only mentally, get two-way communication with one creature at a time, this is gonna be a bit hard. She's gonna ask Doodle if, this is gonna be a problem.
He doesn't like look to you, but he just kind of says, yes. And
She's gonna
then
turn back
one of the
to
wasps
the other two.
looks at him and goes, "Yes, what? What are you talking about?" I ask, "How's it going?" You say, "Yes." That doesn't make any sense.
She turns to the other two and says, get ready. I think this is gonna be an issue.
Weston puts his hand on his rapier He doesn't draw it, but he's got it ready, just in case.
Okay. And then the other one just kind of like pushes Doodle over, like not fully over, but just like kind of shoves him like back into Vishara, and then the other one walks over to like you three and just kind of starts buzzing. So Vishara, you don't have like a mental connection or any of the wasps yet.
No.
Okay, I assumed you did. That's why I spoke as one. Okay, so you don't know what it's saying, but it looks douchey. Honest, like it just looks douchey, and it looks like it's being a douche.
She can still speak to it. It just, she can't understand them without choosing a new target. So, she's going to say, I think you two want to step back.
He kind of looks a little, like almost stunned for a minute because your lips aren't moving, right, when you do this.
Yep.
Okay, so it looks a little stunned and then confused, and begins like looking around for who said that, and then its eyes stop at Doodle. Just kind of assuming Doodle is the one who said it. Anyway.
So, since she needs Doodle, she's gonna step in front of Doodle and just look up at them. Kind of daring them to do something.
Okay, make an intimidation check.
Oh, God.
Can I assist? Like step up and have the rapier?
Yeah. If you like to like use the help action, like give advantage.
Act imposing.
Yeah, act imposing. Roll
All
with
right,
advantage.
let's roll this. Oh, wow.
Wow. Okay.
So it's just baring your teeth.
Yeah. So it looks at you as you like get between Doodle after they shoved him, and like these two like wasps, and Vestin kind of approaches with like rapier almost ready to be unsheathed, and it kind of like assess the situation, and it's like kind of takes a step back, but it's not really backing down. It's taking a step back, but it still has like this physique to like upkeep, so it's like stepping back to like get some distance between itself and danger. But it kind of like just looks past you into Doodle and goes, says, you know what, I'm just gonna do like, it says something, you don't know what it says, and then Doodle kind of looks a little scared and then says, I'm just taking them to town. They're new here and they don't have anything to take, so you can leave, please.
She is gonna talk to Doodle and say, you can add that if they don't step away or fly away or whatever, they're gonna get some trouble.
Make a persuasion check at disadvantage.
Oh, God.
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
No.
I don't think I should say that.
I could have had a 19.
I don't think I should say that. I mean, the wasps are really big. They're assholes. I really don't think I should say that. And then the wasp kind of looks and goes, says something like, "Oh no, she didn't say anything. She was just saying how lovely you look today, with your yellow and black stripes, and how you totally don't look anything like a bee."
So, Vishara still wants to intimidate these wasps.
Okay.
Would casting fairy fire on them be considered hostile?
If they know what you're doing, well, fairy fire, I would say yes, because fairy fire is like pretty. Even though it doesn't do damage, it makes it easier to do damage to something. So, if something knows what fairy fire is, it probably would interpret that as being a hostile action. But if it doesn't know what you're doing, it could interpret it any different way.
Do wasps have clerics? I think that's the question.
You don't know.
Okay.
Didn't know bugs talked until like 2 seconds ago. So.
I think she's gonna cast fairy fire on them.
Okay, so you begin. What does it look like when you cast fairy fire?
She's gonna, well, not with her eyes closed, because doing that while casting combat spells is a bad idea.
Sure, you should always have line of sight.
Yes.
Unless you're casting fireball.
But she's going to pray to her goddess and ask her to highlight her enemies in fire.
Ooh, I like that. That's good. Giant rocket comes down from the sky and highlights them. No. Yeah, so you do that. And normally your magic is like when you make a prayer, it's not subtle. But like normally it doesn't like have as much invigoration as like it it's like other spellcasters do. Like normally it's like you make a prayer and then you do a hand motion and magic happens. But now, like for some reason here, as you say this, it's almost like the words themselves like kind of flow from you, kind of glow in magical ways, and like almost like the prayer itself is magical as it like consumes you and like this magic is released as you cast the spell. So you cast Fire. I believe that's a Dex save. So I'm just going to use this hand down little token and add 2 to wherever they get.
Yep, Dex save. Actually,
I forgot I changed this. So that's going to be a 20.
I should probably have done that. That would probably been a good idea.
Yeah, you know. Alright, so that's a 22. I forgot. I was fucking around with him and changed his stats. Hold on a minute.
Good God!
Hold on a minute. Oh, you broken? He's not broken. So 2 22s, they both make the same. Holy shit.
Yeah. That is impressive.
They both make the save as like this radiant like magic is going off. And they quickly like buzz their wings and like dodge like just out of the range of your fairy fire and then land back down. And then they start buzzing violently. And you hear Doodle go, no, please, she didn't mean it. Go ahead and make an intimidation check as well.
Okay.
Because you did do this for like an intimidating factor. Okay, 18, and you do that, and it's like the magic just fills up the air. It's almost like a fireball going off, but it's not no heat or anything. It's just a blinding light that like encompasses everything in it. But they managed to like fly back just in time to like dodge out of this radiant light and land back down. And Doodle at first says no, and then seeing this like display of power goes, yeah, and that'll be more where that came from if you don't buzz off. And then the 2 wasps just kind of look at each other and flip all of you the middle finger. They only got 3 claws, so it's just like the middle claw. And then take off and fly away.
Hell yeah.
Well, that didn't quite go as I planned, but it seems to have worked.
And then 20 moths come in, attracted to the light. And
At
silence.
least they'd be friendlier.
And Doodle, now kind of hyped up from all the excitement, it's not kind of like bouncing around, and it's like he has like the little stick in his hand. He's just drawing just random stuff as like everything he thinks of. He's just like drawing it on the ground, and he's like drawing like a whole bunch of like doodles of wasps like attacking and then like being shooed away from like a massive explosion of light.
That's cute.
You went from hating him to loving him in a span of 2 seconds.
Listen, I think he looks absolutely terrifying, but he is cute. He behaves cutely.
No, this one is just a beetle. It's not an antlion.
Okay, but also
Also, beetle.
he's
But also,
beetle.
Beetles are cute.
Have you seen a beetle face?
No, they're not. They're not cute.
Bugs in general, not cute. Put anything under a microscope, it loses its cuteness pretty quickly.
Anyway.
Butterflies aren't bad.
Moths are great.
Cutscene, the microscope of butterfly face.
I've seen it. There's worse
Terrifying.
things.
Alright, so Doodle's just doodling ferociously, and then it's just spouting out random, like, just going, that was amazing, that was incredible, I've never seen light so bright, I kind of want to go to it, but I can't, because it's gone, oh my god.
Bishar's like, well, I could have done more. That wasn't really meant to hurt them. I'm glad they ran away, though. That was my goal. That was my goal.
Veston takes his hands off his rapier and kind of folds his arms up and goes, yeah, I didn't want to have to deal with them. But, anyways, how far are we to town? Wherever we're going?
Bishar looks at Doodle and goes, so how close are we? We need to get back on our way.
Oh, it's just about 20 flaps.
She turns
20.
back to Veston and says, if you know what a flap is, then I can tell you what Doodle said, but...
Can I make a
flap
guess
is
as to
like
what
their
a flap
wings.
is?
But
Make an
don't they
insight
buzz
check.
their wings really fast?
Make an insight check.
Make an insight check.
For who?
Whoever wants to identify what 20 flaps is.
Sure, I'll do it.
Veston, you have no fucking clue. It's a flap? What the? Like your lips moving? Like when you flap your lips? What?
It doesn't even have lips, though. That's the...
Exactly, it doesn't make any sense! And so you're kind of like in the same boat. You're just like, what? 'Cause you basically say what you did, but don't their wings like beat really fast?
Yeah. 20 flaps. We should be there.
Bishara, you were like, you really don't know what a flap is, but you get like some sort of measurement. But you don't see
Yes.
like a civilization nearby, so it must be farther than what you can see.
I'm gonna say it's just ahead somewhere. That's about all I know right now.
Alright.
And then Doodle stops doodling and then just goes, okay, well, let's get out of here before the wasps come back. And he starts walking.
Yes, good idea.
Alright, so you all follow Doodle as he's guiding the way.
Yep.
And as you travel for like maybe 30 minutes. It's really difficult to tell. Until eventually you see what looks like a giant. It's strange. It's weird to see. It's like a massive, enormous tree. Bigger than anything you've ever seen before. It just spans up into the sky and just gets blinded off by the sun.
Oh
It's
wow. Have we
covered in
found
flowers.
Yggdrasil?
Do you actually say that? Is that something you say hello?
Yep.
Doodle turns around and goes, I don't know what that is. But no, this is Buck City. It's actually just a tree. It's actually more of a bush. It's actually a bush. It has berries in some of that.
If only we understood him.
She turns back to you two, and she says, I made a joke about this being Yggdrasil. And he says it's a bush with berries.
Okay.
I'm sure the berries are the size of us, so
No berries right now.
Probably.
though. Just flowers.
Oh, it's also where he was taking us. So we have arrived.
No, as you get closer, you start seeing like different kinds of like flying insects just flying in and out, and it's strange. It's almost normally when you see insects, it's just kind of random, and they just look like they're flying around randomly. But now it's almost like like it's orchestrated, like it's designed, like a line goes in, a line comes out, like some stop and then others pass, and then they go, and then they come, and then they're there, and this and that. And it's just a very strange, structured, like, flow of insects in and out in every direction, flying and crawling and going in and out of this giant, what you now know is a bush, and not a fantastical tree.
well, all right then. Does he?
This is going to be so difficult to talk to people.
Yeah.
Yes. That was sort of the issue with the wasps. I'm hoping something here can speak to us without me having to translate.
Or maybe we just keep Doodle here with us, and you can just talk to him, and he can talk to others.
I mean, I can try. I don't know what Doodle's normal routine is. He may have
should ask
something
him-
important he needs to do.
You should ask him if he knows someone that might be able to speak with all of us.
That is a good idea. She turns to Doodle and says, So Doodle, do you know if anyone can speak a lot of languages around here?
Lot of languages.
Yes. Someone who my friends might be able to speak to.
You see, like he's struggling to like think. He's got like two hands up on his forehead, and he's like thinking many languages.
Vestin leans over to Sylvie and whispers, "Does he even know what a language is?"
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
Neither did I.
And then he just kind of looks at you and goes, I don't know. Well, I know someone who does. I might. Who could?
Okay, can you take us there?
Sure. Sip some more honeydew.
Whenever you're ready.
Okay, I'm ready. And begins moving towards the bush.
Okay. Bashara will continue to follow.
All right. I think that's a good place to leave off.
All right.
On
Bug
our way
City.
to Bug
with our,
City.
Bug
with
City,
our
because
translator.
I couldn't think of a name last minute, so welcome to Bug City.
And it's the city of bugs, so
I was
Right.
Makes
thinking we might
sense.
call it Kansas.
The bugs.
But,
They're not good with names. The bugs. Oh, yeah, well. How did you like it? Surprise?
yeah, I didn't think
Yeah.
we'd fall into a Honey I Shrunk the Kids.
Didn't think I shrinked you in
Category.
session 1, did you?
That was not on my list.
Wasn't on the list of
My
things I
bingo
thought I
card
do.
didn't have shrink.
I was not expecting to have to talk to bugs.
Surprise! Originally it was going to be flowers, but I went, no, let's try something different.
Flowers would have been prettier.
True, but none of you had speak
Yeah.
with plants. None of you have speak with animals either, which would make this surprisingly much easier.
Yes.
But these
I
aren't
can-
animals, these are bugs.
Exactly, animals.
Oh, then we
Luckily-
could have flagged down a sparrow if we had speak with animals.
Or it would eat you. One of the two.
Yeah.
I would like to see that.
Boss
Maybe in the
battle with a sparrow.
Luckily,
Pharaoh has
as long
this-
as they can understand one language, I can communicate with them.
They speak bug.
Yes.
Pharaoh has the stat block of a friggin' ancient dragon.
Sparrow has a stat block of a sparrow. It used Fury Attack.
Probably more like a rook. Or a rock. However you want to pronounce that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I could do that, couldn't I? Oh, well. Maybe next time. Who knows? We don't know where this is going yet, but you're tiny, and you're now in Bug City. At least about to enter it.
Yes.
I hope you enjoyed.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to see you use that new sword.
Getting distracted by a box for most of the session.
That was the plan!
We had to figure out what the box was.
Or the cookie smell. One of the two. One of those things. I put up so many things to like distract y'all to get like a full session out of it. I was like, one of these things is going to stick.
So much
Box.
suspicion.
Is it the-
Hubert, why have you betrayed us?
Is it the box? Is it the cookies? Is it the mouse in the door? Who's going to get it? What hook is going to set?
I mean, I really wanted to see what Hubert was going to look like when I finally got to the front of the cart,
Nice.
I guess is a good way to
You know
put
what I
it.
should have done? I should have reached forward and grabbed his leg
That's not creepy at all.
when we were peeking through. I should have just been like, Hubert, why you sounding weird?
Hubert, why do you sound like that? I don't know what you're talking about. Sound like what?
And then it disappears.
His leg turns into fog. And it smells like cookies.
Oh shit.
We always have the week after next.
True.
Yee.
Maybe you'll find people. We got a whole year. Who knows? Maybe, hopefully, yeah, who knows? Maybe no one will die
Right.
before then.
Pray that Hubert isn't the final boss.
God.
Please don't let it be Hubert. Please don't let it be Hubert. It's gonna be those wasps.
Well, I did kind of expect to see like a dozen of them come back.
Who knows? Maybe
Say
you will.
that.
You're in Bug City. Anything can happen in Bug City. Just avoid the red light district.
I really felt
Oh,
like
God.
swatting them with
It's gonna be your spiritual weapon as a fly swatter.
well, that would be interesting, but no. I was thinking
Bug spray. rolled
Yeah,
a
bug
newspaper.
spray.
I was thinking of using Moonbeam. I barely ever get to use it.
Oh, that could work. Always
And
effective.
rain fire from the sky on them. But I decided not to be quite that hostile.
It would be like a giant magnifying glass. Moonbeam, that is.
Yeah. Lance of light from above.
I'm thinking puns. Whole game's gonna be nothing but puns. Be prepared. Like
Oh
Doodlebug,
boy.
who was made last minute when you said you were looking for something.
Well, what do you
Ah.
want us to do when we're shrunk and we're tiny?
Look for something. And I was like, you know what? Flowers, fuck flowers. We're gonna make a Doodlebug.
Or mushrooms. Could have been mushrooms.
Could have been mushrooms. Yeah, that's today's session. I hope you all enjoyed. I'll see you the week after next.
Bye bye. We'll see you.
Bye. And I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. And I'll see you all for session 2 next time. Goodbye. Farewell.